Hello, Gentry.
Hey, how you doing there, Bill? Nice to see you.
Good to see you, too.
All right, our next guest has swam with sharks. He's hitchhiked across America. He's boldly captained the USS Enterprise into television immortality, killed on Carson, rocketed into space, and he even once peed out a kidney stone on national TV. That's proving our next guest, there's no frontier that he won't explore. He's on tour, and he's on Medicare. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the legend, William Shatner. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thank you. So listen, I'm going to be on stage. You're in multiple venues. So wherever you're hearing this, everybody, I'm going to be at a city near you. I'm going on tour in a month's time, 6 cities, and then a couple of months later, another 6 cities. So given that it's 12 cities, I'll be at a city near you with the film, The Wrath of Khan. It's been refurbished and repolished, and the sound and the color all is new. And then at the end of the film, I'll come out to tumultuous applause. And I expect deafening applause when I come out. And I'll talk to you, tell you stories, and try and amuse and amaze you on stage, live. So the evening is the film and me on live, and it amounts to entertaining a really lovely evening in the theater.
If you want to get your tickets, you can go to williamshatnertour.com. He's going to be in Louisiana. He's going to be in Texas, Arizona, California. Like you said, coming to a city near you. I once heard you say, William, that a live audience is kind of like performing in the bedroom. You're exposed. It's very intimate. How do you think that vulnerability, does that help fuel your performances? You like an audience, right?
Yeah, well, you know, what I've evolved to in these live performances on stage is exploring the psyche of the person asking the question. For example, we were verging on it about you and Neil, and we could have gone further on that. I could have taken that further. But what I find fascinating is if somebody asks me a question, no matter what the question is, buried inside the meaning of that question is a psyche, is somebody's mind working. I'd like to know X, Y, and Z. Well, why do you want to know about X, Y, and Z? What does X, Y, and Z mean to you? And we start a conversation with somebody from the audience, which inevitably is both eye-opening in its amusement and amazement, and a moment between that person, me, and the audience. It's kind of different. So I get a dialogue going with the audience that inevitably is entertaining and amusing and insightful.
You mentioned music, William. About I know that very you love the way that it connects people, and you didn't really grow up in a house with music. I think you only heard opera music until you were a teenager. How do you have such this connection with music when you really weren't exposed to it much as a kid?
Well, I have I can't express it strongly enough. I have a worshipful view of somebody, operatic voice, a really, well, anybody who can stay on tune. Sinatra is equally powerful in terms of his ability to sing, as is an opera singer, but an opera singer is trained for years to have this voice, and I'm in awe of it because I can't do it. And I've got, I don't know how many albums out there now, 7,
10 of them, I think. You got 10 albums from what I've seen.
I got an album coming out soon with Brad Paisley, which Robert Chernow and I wrote the lyrics to, and Paisley has done the music in such a virtuoso fashion. He and Goldsmith, whose first name I can't think of, are two virtuoso guitar players, and they supply most of the music along with Brad's band with this album, which probably will be called Things I Have Loved, because it's all about love, but not love of the character of some other human being, but love of music, love of health. Your health. How can I love you if I'm not healthy? How love of art, love of dance, love of, and we've made music about these loves, and it's maybe the most entertaining, meaningful piece of music that I put out there, because the truth that I'm going to say on your program, nobody else will know this, that I can't sing. It's
Spoken word, though. You're very smooth at that spoken word. You have like a delivery for radio, so it's great that you're on my show. Very smooth.
spoken word, and I hate that phrase because the English, well, all language has a music to it. So since I speak English, I hear the music of English and write for that music. And then somebody as great a musician as Brad Paisley hears that music that I'm trying to send forth and inhabits it, and it becomes something very magical. And this album, Things I Love, may be my finest moment as a musical performer.
Well, I know you love dogs. I know you love music. And I
And
know
I love you too.
I
And
love
tell
you too,
Jack,
Bill.
I love his belly button.
I will let him know because I know that's right at your eye. That's what you see
Eye
when you
level.
walk up to him.
That's
Eye
right.
level.
Yeah.
I have to have you clear something up, though, if you don't mind, on the show this week. The last time you were on, we had a clip that got like 2 million views because you said something. And then people are actually attacking me saying, that's not really Bill Shatner. That's why I'm glad you're on video this time.
What did I say? I take it back.
I asked you when you were up in space if you could clear the air of letting people know, is the Earth round or flat? And can you confirm that the Earth is round? Because there's been a lot of talk that the Earth is flat. Are you able to tell that from space?
No, I have not seen complete proof that the Earth is round. You can't tell me that it's round with any great proof, other than somebody said, "Oh, I went around it." Well, that's their journey. My journey is, as far as I'm concerned, the Earth is flat.
Interesting. And you actually said to me that there was no evidence to you that the Earth was in fact round, and until somebody proved it to you, it was flat. That's what you said, and people went friggin' nuts over it. I didn't realize people would go that crazy.
The Earth is flat. The illusion is that it's round, but people are clinging to the roots of trees on the flat part because they've fallen through. So trees sending out roots are dangling there. They're the safety net for people holding on to the last moment. Then when they drop off, the mystery, the real mystery, is where do they go when they fall off the flat side of the Earth?
Very interesting. A quick captain's log for all of you listening. Make sure you go see my man, Bill Shatner, Wrath of Khan tour, WilliamShatnerTour.com. Going to be watching Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and then it's a questioning and answering, just like I'm having here. He's a friendly guy, as you see. And this is not AI. This is really Bill. I want to ask you another question. I just had Jerry Bruckheimer on last week, and we were talking about the greatest characters ever on film. And I mentioned, because he was involved in this movie, so maybe I was just stroking him a little bit, but I really like this character. He's a captain like you, but Captain Jack Sparrow. I said, I think that he could be the greatest character ever created on film with the great Johnny Depp. Where do you rank Jack Sparrow? And what about Captain Kirk? Is he in your top 5? Who is the greatest character, in your opinion, ever on film?
You can't consider both characters in the same breath. Jack Sparrow is a pirate. He steals. He kills. He murders. And he's kind of like flighty. I mean, that's not a character. Captain Kirk is noble. He saves lives. He explores. He explores mankind's curiosity, his evidence. That's a captain, not a pirate with a friggin' sword.
So who is the greatest character in the history of TV
obviously,
and film?
Captain Kirk is, because he's into exploration, curiosity. What's beyond the horizon? And why is the Earth flat? He tries to figure out why.
There was a time when you were on the show that you told me you get a tingle in your spine when you learn something new.
Yes.
I'm curious, Captain. What is the last thing? You're 94 years old, which, by the way, you're an inspiration, and God bless you. I hope you live to 194. But after all these years, is there something that you have learned recently that has given you that tingle, or is that tingle gone?
Yes.
What is it?
Superposition.
What's that?
See, it's one of the great mysteries of our life, one of the great mysteries of a recent discovery. It's quantum physics. Superposition is a particle doesn't exist until you observe it. And when you observe it, it comes into being. When you don't observe it, it goes out. It ceases to exist. Is that like the craziest science fiction thing you've ever heard?
I just got the tingle, Bill. I'm tingling.
I tingle when I talk about it. It may be the phone, but it may be a tingle.
Are you fearful of anything in your life? You swam with sharks, all these different things, jumped out of planes, hitchhiked across the country. At your age, is there anything you fear?
Death.
You do fear death? Interesting.
Well, you and I...
You've had such a hell of a run. I would think after all these years.
If or when I should die, you and I will cease to have what we think of as an amusing conversation.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. And do you think that there is more to life than beyond this life? More than just you and me?
It's just an opinion. It's everybody's opinion. And my opinion is we survive, our essence survives somewhere, but our body disappears, which is why when I die, I will have a tree planted over me, which will be my gravestone. The tree will use my body's nourishment to grow and will become a wonderful, life-giving entity on our earth.
God bless you, Captain. Stay prosper. What's the line from the Star Trek?
Don't go broke.
Okay.
Pay your taxes.
I will do that, sir. God bless you, and thank you for your time. And we'll go see you. Go to WilliamShatnerTour.com and get your tickets to see an experience like no other with the great William Shatner. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Pleasure to speak to you.
Peace out, sir.
Download it wherever you get your podcasts.